J.R. Smith allowed an uncontested dunk while he hugged Bucks guard Jason Terry in the second quarter of the Cavs loss. Here's J.R. or his alter ego after the game.
It's my alter ego, so I just, it was a gift from Ohio State, so yeah, why not?
Does your alter ego have a name?
Yeah.
What is it?
I can't tell you.
Oh boy! Do you have to walk out the door? Do you have to walk out the door backwards when you get home now? Or are you good?
No, I still do. So,
you still do?
For the team's sake, not just myself.
So you'll do it when you get home?
Absolutely.
Let's get back in our feelings, Stephen A.
Mm-hmm.
How should we feel about this?
I would say this. It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. The video was absolutely hilarious for us to watch. It was hysterical. Not as funny, however, as Shaq and the Fools thing on Otto Porter last year. I think it was March of 2015 when Otto Porter is standing on the wing frozen while the guy he's defending goes to the opposite side of the wing before he even realizes he's gone. I would encourage everyone to go and watch Shaq and the Fool, Google it up, and watch Otto Porter.
We just watched it a few times in the commercial break.
Let me tell you, this is the funniest stuff that I've seen in years on a basketball court. It wasn't quite that funny.
Slow motion.
But it wasn't quite that funny.
Close.
But it was pretty damn close watching JR give dap to somebody while his dude went in for a dunk. Having said that, on a more serious note, I love JR. Good dude. Playing great defense, by the way. Game 7, I don't know if they win Game 7 in the finals without JR hitting those 2 big threes. He deserves props. He deserves credit. He deserves his money. But I got to tell you, had I seen that and I was the coach, I was Tyronn Lue, I'd have benched JR for the rest of the game. I'd have benched him for the rest of the game. I might have benched him for the next game. You can't.
Well, going to lose the game anyway.
You can't be that irresponsible on the court. Can't do that.
Is that a set play? You think, like Jason Kidd? Like, look, Jason, come over here, dap him up, and then cut.
Yes,
hilarious. The basket.
It was hilarious.
I mean, this is the thing about J.R. Smith.
So a teammate scratching their head, like, you realize what you just did? Yeah, it was like that. Yeah,
but that's the thing about J.R. Smith. Since he's been on the Cavs, even before, he was always a pretty decent percentage player. Like, he could play. Not just like explosive athletically in that, oh my God, did you see that way? But he could shoot and he could do a lot of things. Or some things very well anyway. But he didn't play defense. And he didn't show up in the playoffs. And how serious a player was he really going to be? And it's really to LeBron James's credit.
Yes, it is.
LeBron James's staggering greatness that he then takes a guy like J.R. Smith, and due to LeBron James's presence and his influence, J.R. becomes the best perimeter defender on the team. I mean, it's insane. That's how great LeBron is. But now he's turned J.R. into a good player. And sometimes he will still have mental lapses, and that's what you got to live with J.R. Smith.
I will want to say this, though. JR is not having a good year thus far.
Right.
He's shooting 30% from the field.
That'll change.
I'm just saying, it better change. That's my point. J.R. Smith is better than that. And J.R. Smith, just like he evolved and started putting the ball on the floor last season, instead of just relying on his set shooting or his jump shooting, now he puts the ball on the floor, attacks the basket so he can hit free throws. He needs to shoot better than 30% from the field, better than 32% from three-point range. He's averaging less than 9 points a game. And also, let's keep this. JR is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet in your life. He really is a good guy, but I'm telling you right now, you got to play better. You got to be more focused.
You got to stay off the what? Who? I don't know how to read
mental lapse.
I have no evidence that JR would do such thing. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell.
Yes.
I'd wait for you to get busted. Then I'd say so.
Okay.
But not before.
On that note.
Not before.
Bitches get what? Coming up.
No question for me, it's been our decision here to play the hot hand and keep going with Dak. And have Tony, who has handled this with such class and such professionalism in terms of what's in the best interest of our football team at this moment. But certainly been very difficult for everybody because of all the great things Tony's done for our franchise.
Oh, Max, what does this say about the Joneses?
I think it says really good things, to tell you the truth. Yes, I do. Look, the NFL is ruthless in terms of their efficiency, right? And that's ideally how business works. That business should be very efficient, and they run the team as a business and all that. But there is a redeeming quality about people who not only value loyalty, but reciprocate it, who have, and this happens even with bad people who play for the Cowboys. You see Jerry Jones come out and defend them and like, dude, you can't defend that guy. Do you know what that guy just did? I mean, how many times are we up here talking about that? And it's because Jerry Jones, in his personal experience, and Marcellus Wiley, my former broadcast partner, happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, Marcellus.
Yeah. So, but Marcellus Wiley used to talk about this. He played 1 year for Jerry Jones. Didn't play well. For Bill Parcells on the Cowboys. And has nothing but good things to say about Jerry Jones. The people who play for him like them because he has their back no matter what. He's a loyal guy. And you see it in Stephen Jones, too. Now, it's not toward every player all the time. In this case, it's the quarterback, the longtime quarterback. That bodes well for Dak Prescott. That would make me, if I were a player, want to play for the Cowboys, that they not only demand loyalty, but reciprocate it, even when it's unpopular. And I think that's why, and in this case, they handled the whole thing right the whole time. Well, it's Romo, it's Romo, it's Romo. Okay, maybe it's Dak. Okay, now it's Dak. Hey, Tony, can you hold a press conference just telling everyone so we can move on? And what's Romo supposed to say at that point? No to the people who have been that loyal to him? I'm sure Romo, though it was difficult, probably said, in this imagined conversation in my own mind, probably said, I got to do what I got to do for these people. They do it for me. And it is a redeeming quality of the Cowboys and of Jerry and Stephen Jones.
I'm being a little emotional right now because Max was so touching in what he just said. I mean, oh my Lord, the Dallas Cowboys are loyal and they're just so sensitive.
He was cold as ice, Stephen A.
I mean, hold on. Jerry Jones is such a wonderful guy, and so is Stephen Jones. I mean, Molly, isn't it touching? Isn't it touching? I mean, are you listening to Max Kellerman sit here talking about how touched he is about the Dallas Cowboys? Are you kidding me? Y'all make me sick with this nonsense. All right, fine. You're a boss, and you know what? This guy has performed for me for years, so because of that, it was such a hard decision. What the hell was hard about it? What was hard about it? Tony Romo's won 2 playoff games in 10 years? That's what's hard? That's what's hard. How about your fan base? How about the people the paying customers that you charge, the exorbitant prices that you charge to come to your $1 billion playpen? How about that? How about the fact that they haven't had, what's the last time the Dallas Cowboys been in the NFC Championship game? 1995, was that the year? I mean, I'm not looking, but I didn't see it. I got my glasses on right now. It was 1990. I mean, refresh my memory. David Sabino, is that true? Is it 1995? I mean, I think that's what it is. Not 1995 is 2016, going into 2017.
Hold on, carry the one.
Which carries the one over, which makes about 21 and a half years, 22 years, okay? 22 seasons you ain't been in a conference championship game with your $1 billion playpen, with all the headlines and everything like that. And we're supposed to sit up here and get all emotional. I mean, just Stephen Jones didn't even have the father didn't even have the decency to put that quote out there. It was the son. What was that, on Skype? Talking to fans or something?
That was a tight shot, though.
What was it?
Listen, Stephen A., that's a tough angle for anybody right there.
What am I missing? What am I missing? Stephen Jones, it just by far, it was just the hardest decision that I've ever made. So a guy that wins 2 playoff games for you in a decade, 2 in a decade, that you are paying about $108 million.
Maybe he needed Dak to count up some more wins.
It's so hard. It's so hard. So let me get this straight. Tony Romo getting paid lovely. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be. There's no issues with him. The checks are coming. I think I remember correct. Checks are coming. Even while you got the back surgeries, even though while you're on the sideline with your Dallas Cowboy paraphernalia, even while you got the headsets on, don't have to take the hits to the back now. Don't have to worry about the broken collarbone now. Lord knows the house is chill. And by the way, there's no state income taxes in Texas. I mean, my Lord. I mean, he's getting all that money. Let him come to New York. Let New York or New Jersey get some of those dollars in taxes, okay? But Tony Romo doesn't have to worry about that either.
You know?
And somehow, some way, I'm supposed to be touched.
When people ask our bosses, who do you think wins those debates, Max or Stephen A? And they're like, well, it's really hard, but, Max beats him, but Stephen A. really does great. They don't really mean that you do great compared to me. They're trying to protect your feelings.
The boss doesn't say that. The bosses are thinking about getting you a new wardrobe, my man. They're tired of damn black and blue suits. They're tired of black and blue suits. That's what they're tired of, okay? They want you to step it up. They want you. When you going to see Max or something like this, Molly? But we won't go there. We won't go there.
Molly, just tell him. Tell him. He doesn't know.
All I'm trying to say is this.
So
are we really supposed to be so
What would you like them to do differently?
No. All I'm trying to say is this. You know what?
Not
treat
say
him.
that it's that big of a
Treat
decision.
him.
Why?
Time out. I don't know what this is, but here's my answer. Treat him like you would treat any quarterback who won 2 playoff games for you in a decade. That's all I ask. Is that too much to ask, Molly Wood? I don't think that's too much to ask.
They handled this perfectly, and they continue to handle it perfectly. Let me tell you something. If something should happen to Dak Prescott, if for some reason his play falls off, or you don't wish injury on anyone, but some unforeseen incident should occur, and they need Tony Romo, do they want a Tony Romo who has the vote of confidence of the organization, who feels like they've had his back all along, or do they want a Tony Romo who feels abandoned? They are doing the right thing by the quarterback.
That is a good point for backup situations the rest of the season. That was a very good point.
By the way, feel abandoned. That's what we said.
And by the way,
said.
They haven't handled. It's not like they actually didn't play Dak once Romo got better, right? Had they done that, then I would say, wait, this comment's out of line because Dak had the highest QBR in the most games this season and yada, yada, yada. That's not what happened. They're just paying lip service to Tony Romo to keep his confidence up, and somehow that's a bad thing?
Tony Romo.
Yeah, sometimes Stephen A. wins debates. They need your confidence up.
He doesn't have a confidence problem. Don't worry about that.
We talked about, no, I don't. So we talked about Tony Romo, and I just want to make sure I'm clear. We talked about his feelings.
Yeah.
Right? Tony Romo's feelings.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Tony Romo, Tony Romo, 6 years.
Yeah.
$108 million.
Pretty good about that.
Including
Keep getting them checks.
Including a $25 million signing bonus. $55 million in guaranteed dollars.
Yeah.
An average annual salary of $18 million per.
He can feed his family this Christmas.
This year alone, his base salary was $8.5 million.
Buy some therapy.
All right. So I'm just sitting there going like this. Really? That's where we are. We're talking about his because you know what?
Stephen A. Smith, you callous.
We don't want him to feel abandoned in case he has to get back in the game. We need him to feel good.
I just want to ask you a question, Hollywood. Yeah. We don't want the $108 million quarterback who's won 2 playoff games in his career to feel abandoned.
No. We need his mind right in case he's got to step in. I'm swaying to Max's side during this argument.
I need to say
it's not all about the money. It's just mostly about the money.
It's always about the money.
It ain't all about the money.
It's mostly about the money. Mostly about the money. It's not all about the money.
All about the Benjamins, baby. It's not about the Benjamins, right? $108 million, $55 million guaranteed,
yes, that's right.
$25 million signing bonus. But we want to sit here and be sensitive to Tony Romo's feelings. Really?
Yeah. And by the way, if I was Dak Prescott, I'd feel good about playing for this organization. Because when I'm old and a young kid replaces me, this is the treatment I can expect.
I would feel. I recall Jerry Jones mistreating Emmitt Smith. I'm just saying.
Yeah, not a quarterback.
I'm saying, not a quarterback.
No.
Oh, so now we're going by position.
Yep.
Oh, so it's not the player.
Yep.
It's the position.
Yep.
And you see, because understand something. 1 minute he's saying it's the player because he brought in Marcellus Wiley, who didn't have that great of a year.
Yep.
This is what Max said, not
he
me.
certainly did not.
Okay, so that's what he said.
Do that, Max voice again.
He didn't have that great year. Right? But Jerry Jones treated me great. But he mistreated Emmitt Smith now. I'm just saying.
Here's the other thing about Tony Romo. When at the end of a running back's career, when they're not good anymore, that's one thing. Tony Romo, when healthy, is still an excellent player. The issue
by the way,
is simply his availability.
Hold on.
3 of the last 4
seasons. And you said what about his availability?
He's unavailable usually. Right, but now he is.
Oh, really?
His availability is the best ability.
It's Wednesday. What that got to do with Sunday?
Because he's not playing, so he should remain available in case that isn't.
I'm saying to
you want his confidence high.
Kellerman has sounded so bad about Tony Romo that even if Tony Romo was playing this Sunday, Max would sit there and say, well, it's Wednesday. Anything can happen between now and Sunday with him.
That's right.
That's what you would say.
That's why he's best served as a backup.
Really, exactly.
And where the Cowboys have him, by the way.
I never said he wasn't best served as a backup.
And that's where the Cowboys have him.
I'm talking about his feelings.
So you don't like the comments they're making supporting him?
I'm saying to you, you seem touched by their feelings
Yes.
for him.
Yeah.
And so do
He's
you.
good. We're playing mind games.
so
You're
does
twisting
Stephen A.
it so it's
Smith,
ready
you
to
can mock
become-
everyone's humanity. That doesn't discount it.
Mocking their humanity. Sure, Molly. I'm being cruel, Molly, because $108 million man, $55 million guaranteed. His feelings, y'all. Let me ask the camera folks over there.
Listen,
He felt a lot better.
I'm insensitive. I'm insensitive, fellas. That's what it is. That's what I'm insensitive to Tony Romo. You got to be. Hold on. Let me get my tissue.
If I made
Hold on, I'm
$108
getting
million,
Rich people have feelings too.
I wouldn't
Stephen
be
A.
sensitive.
emotional. I'm getting emotional right now. Okay, Stephen Jones. Let's go to break.
All right.
I'm just getting
$108
emotional.
million.
We get to see the Cowboys play tomorrow,
Emotional
Thursday
right
Night
now.
Football against the Vikings.
Tony Romo's feelings, his feelings, y'all.
Stephen A.
$108 million.
Yes.
His feelings. Be sensitive.
We don't want him to
Stephen A.
feel abandoned, okay?
Please.
Coming up.